guys, it's Laz here with a update on Dayz, and another update was yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to record until yesterday because I'm recording like 12 o'clock from yesterday, which is right now today, but still yesterday from your guys' perspective. Or it could be a month away, I don't know when you guys are watching this, but from when it was uploaded it was a day ago now. So it's been quite a few things added, and I'll show an example of a couple of them in the video. But to start off, they've had quite a lot of things like about cancelling current player action when you're trying to target on your gear configuration, when you try and you have to, like, when you stop, sometimes items get deleted when you're doing actions on yourself if you haven't used them yet, which is a bit annoying. But they've stopped that. They've also added new animations for drinking from pond and well actions. I really should have done that in this video because I was quite close to some. Wait, I think I might have done actually. I'm not sure. But no, that's pretty cool. It's like you put the water into your hands and then you drink from it and then do it again. One problem about it though is you can't spam the well anymore, so it takes a bit longer to drink, but it's okay. Realism. Another thing is, when you ignite fireplaces, I didn't even know if you could until this update, but you definitely can now. It depends on the wind strength, and of course, you know, logic calls. If it's raining, you won't be able to make a fire, unless, like, when it says you are no longer wet. If you make a fire in one of those locations, you probably will be okay, but there might be a glitch or something that stops it. But if all goes well, then that's the idea, probably anyway. I'm emptying large, so like 60 mags, for M4s. I don't use a SKS now, so this doesn't bother me. But if you had an M4 with 60 mag, you could put 230 stacks into a 60 and empty it, and you could get a 60 mag, a 60 stack, which you couldn't stack, which could make for double the space. It's a bit OP. It was good to use whilst it was there, but it had to be got rid of, so they got rid of it, which is good. I mean, for some people it's a bit saddening, but you know, it is a bit OP. So yeah, so they've changed that now. Some people may be annoyed, but you know, it's a bug, so they had to change it. Also, if you get stones, which were originally quite rare, but now you can get a pickaxe and mine them, you can actually sharpen blades, like not very much, so like badly damaged could have damaged or something, and damage might go to worn, or maybe it goes straight to worn, I'm not sure, but worn is the best you're gonna get from that. I mean, that's like getting a knife and scraping across a table or something. It's not quite like that, but it's the same kind of thing. Wouldn't get that far, but it's better than nothing. Also, now with books, instead of doing what I did once, which was amazing, I threw a book at someone's head and it killed them. That's not what I'm talking about. Now you can get a book and rip some pages out, so like you can write some notes about how, if you're reading this, you killed me, now go burn in hell, or something like that. If you want to do that, you can just find a book and tear off some pages. Don't know how many pages, it's probably like 2 or 3, or maybe just 1, I'm not sure. Also, there's fishing, which I made a fishing rod during this video, I think during the end, or something like that, but I'm not sure if it'll be included in this video because I don't know how long the video will be. But yeah, now you can go fishing, and at the moment, this isn't a bug that you can't do it in the sea, but at the minute, you can only do it in ponds and lakes. Now, I actually tried to do it in the sea anyway, but it didn't work. Didn't think it would, but yeah, I still tried. Also, now instead of just having drink option and eat all, they've made a drink and drink all, just like the eat and eat all. So if your character's really thirsty and go like drink and then drink and then drink and then drink, you can just drink all, and it's a lot quicker. So that's good. Also, the action I think fixed F5 when you clap. I don't know if there was a glitch or they just haven't bothered to add it, but binoculars could only be used when you were standing up, and now you can use them whilst crouched and prone, which is a lot better for stealth, like check-in, being stealthy, fully camoed or at least fully green. Getting your binoculars, looking through the military base, making sure there's no one there, or the doors are closed and stuff like that, you know. It's pretty cool. And Also, garage office buildings, garage and office buildings, loot spawns. So like now they actually have things spawning inside of them. Uh, Doors, the cars that like outside of police stations and sit on the street. They're kind of annoying because if you scroll to like open a door or something, because you kind of have to, otherwise it just say close, and you won't want to do that. You want to open one of them. Then they just say open door, open door, open door, open door. So now they've made it so open left front door, open left right door, open left back door, open bonnet and boot, so things like that. Sorry about that, guys. That was my Facebook. Also, they have added they've made it so you can so they've made it so you can craft fishing rods. Also they've made it so instead of just being able to make a courier bag out of the burlap sack, rope and stick, I think it is, you can now make the leather courier bag, which I'm guessing is just with leather, which you get from skinning cows. I don't know what knives you need to skin cows. But yeah, that also means, guys, that there's now animals in the stable version, which is very interesting because, everyone wants hunting. It's quite a big step, so it's quite an interesting update. You're going to get a lot more interesting hunting and stuff. Also made leather backpacks, which I'm guessing would be like 20 slots, 25 slots, unlike the leather courier bag, which would probably be about 12, I think. Also, ashwood sticks that are used to make the fishing rods and used to make the bow, you can now break into thirds, just like the firewood, which you can get from trees, the normal trees. Which I actually cut down an ashwood tree without realising it in this video, so you can see that I didn't break it down though. You can also break courier bag, and I'm guessing leather courier bag as well, down back into the materials it was originally made from. So after you find another backpack, you can just break it down and get the pieces back, which is pretty cool. Because then there's nothing worrying over you from like not doing it, which I like. Because how would you not be able to take off some rope, take the burlap sack and whatever it is to make it? You can also break down the improvised backpack, which also makes sense. Splints down into materials, that also makes sense because all splints are just they're literally just sticks with rags wrapped around them, and then the rag wraps around your leg, and then the splint, yeah, you guys can see where I'm coming from, what angle I'm coming from. You can also now collect wood from bushes and across trees, and also you can search for kindling in the woods. I don't know what that is, but you guys might. I really should have looked that up before I did this video. But also, as I said earlier, you can if you have a pickaxe, if you find a little small boulder, you can't do it with like big stones or anything. It's little small boulders you find everywhere. Some might not work, I guess. Some do. I found one or two that don't work. You can actually dig now and get stone, which can be used to sharpen your weapon to make it worn or one up, probably worn, like a sewing kit for weapons. So that'd be quite helpful for bayonets if they ever have a use, which they don't at the minute. But it's like a permanent can opener, which is pretty cool. Also, you can dig up worms from the ground. I'm not quite sure how you do this. I'm guessing you'll just have a shovel and start digging, but I don't pick up shovels, so. Also, if you're near apple trees now, which are quite unpopular near Berezino, you can now search for apples, which really, really, really rare, but I've never found one. So maybe they're not just rare, maybe I'm just really unlucky. So the berries, so I'm quite unlucky with those kind of things. You can also skin and quarter animals after you killed them. As I said, I don't think you can do it with. I think I've said you can't. I don't think you can do it with all things, because I thought you could do it with a bayonet. When I found a deer, I killed a deer. I couldn't do it. I was kind of upset about that. Also killed a couple of cows, hoping to get some leather. I couldn't skin with bayonets. I don't know what you need, but it's not a bayonet. Or even if you can, yeah, maybe it's a glitch and you can't, but you should be able to anyway. They've also they've also like changed the road flares for like nighttime and stuff. And I think what they did is they changed it from 10 minutes to 15 minutes of time in the light, which is pretty cool. Also, they changed the animation for it, so it looks more realistic now, or at least I hope. Talking about animation, they've also added in more cartoony animation. Well, some people might look cartoony, but they've added more of an animation that looks a lot like more like Armor 2. And for some things like the crouching and stuff, that looks better. But for the running, it just looks stupid. I mean, this is guys can comment down below and like disagree with me. Try and be keep it nice. Just have a civilized conversation and stuff. That won't happen because it's YouTube. But you know, if you can, try and keep it civilized, guys. But I really hate the animations. I'm not hating Armor 2. It's just I don't particularly like the animations from it, and they've introduced that into DayZ. And I don't really like that much, but that's just my opinion. You guys are allowed different opinions, and so is everyone else, so don't go hating in the comment section. Also, they have figured like items needed for fireplaces. So like, I'm not actually sure what the recipe is. I believe it's a rag. It can't be bandage. It has to be a rag. It's a rag and a stick. Same as a splint, but you have to when you right click, you click make fireplace kit, and then you have to put stone with it, and then you have to put firewood with it, and then you have to put some matches on it, I would imagine, but I haven't actually done it yet, so I can't be certain. But you know, that's probably how it is, and if it's not, then there'll be other people who are telling you how more in depth and everything, and what's helpful about it. So this is just a general idea of what's happened in this update, which is quite big. It's quite a good update. They've also made it so you can split firewood and stones, but I don't know about stones, but firewood, you can combine firewood whilst it's on the floor. Like you can have stacks of 3, I think is max. But then if you put it in inventory, they have to be split into ones, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah. Also, I don't think it's in the patch notes, which I'll put a link down in the description, so if you want you could read it instead of listening. But binoculars now take up 4 slots instead of 2, I mean 1, which is a bit annoying because if you had lots of things near your binoculars, if you had any, then they'd be deleted like my friend's medkit did, which he was rather annoyed about, a bit too much so, even though he died like 10 minutes in, he's still annoyed about it. I don't understand that, but you know, whatever. Also, they have added particle effects for flares. Like it was there before, but for other players it wouldn't show up, or like it was a bit laggy, and like that you'd run past, flare would have no particle effect, and like 10 seconds behind you be a random floating particle effect, or it just wouldn't show up at all for them. Most likely the second. But I think the first one would look pretty cool, but weird. Also, they have now added like made better AKM attachments. I'm not sure if they've actually added those or fixed them, or but that also means that the AKM is in the game now, which is awesome, and this is all stable. Yes, of course. That's the only reason why this is in the title. Also there is animal pelts, which is the wild boar pelt, rabbit pelt, which you can finally kill the rabbits and destroy their terrifying animation of their weird broken legs. Cows, which I've seen loads of. Pigs, I haven't seen a single one, and deer I've seen one of. Improvised backpack and carrier and bag, now made with fur. I don't know if that's the only way you can make it, or if that's one of the ways, but I don't know. The road flare, fishing hook, high capacity vest, longhorn pistol, aka buttstocks, aka magazines, or all added loot spawns. Imagine a fishing hook's what you put on your fishing rod to be able to go fishing. I don't know where or how common you'd be able to find them, but high capacity vest would be like storage, like a bit quite similar to the assault vest. So that's quite good. I'll probably have 6 slots instead of 8. Longhorn pistol is just another pistol. There's quite a few of those. Of course, AKM buttstock is a buttstock, and the AKM magazines are, of course, magazines for the AKM. In case you guys didn't know, the AKM takes SKS bullets, I believe. I don't know how big magazines are though. You'll find out when you get them. Also, the Chinoris, I hope I pronounced that right. It's Russian, so Chinor, yeah. Police uniform, which most of you guys have probably heard about, even if you haven't played Experimental. I've played Experimental once and gave up because my character got deleted like 6 times in a row. And just went back to the stable version until it got released there. And even I've heard about the police uniform, and I think it's like in between like the bike helmet and stuff like that, like the mid level and the high level, which is like military elite. I think it's in between those two, but I'm not sure. Or also OREL, Special Police Unit uniform. It's like the same thing, but only it look different, I imagine. Or maybe it has like the same, maybe it has the same storage, but just looks different, which is most likely, but I don't know. Also, Gorka military pants. Don't know why it's just military pants for Gorka. Maybe there's already a military outfit specifically for Gorka I didn't know about, but maybe there is, maybe there's not. I don't know everything about the game. Don't think I do. I probably know same, if not less, maybe more than you. Depends who you are. So they've been added loot spawns. There's now various meat configures, and also they've the improvised fishing rod has been configured. I'm guessing it's been changed to not be be a bit worse than the normal fishing rod, I can imagine. Door names have also been added to string table. I totally know what that is, guys. And related to the server, of course, animal spawning, because animals are already in the game, the coding. It's just they hadn't had spawns yet because they were very buggy. So now they have spawn. And the last thing is so now basically this is like the best thing to put at the end because it's quite cool. Like implementation of dynamic server events. Basically that means helicopter crash sites have been created. And then if you guys don't know what that is, basically it's not actually helicopters, but you can now loot crashed helicopter sites, which is pretty cool. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it on the added sections. A bunch of new fixed things as well if you guys want to look down the description in the changelog, which I've put in the description. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys have also liked my new intro. Please comment down below what you think, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.